Um, yes, yes, yes. Well, what the interesting thing is when I have an image of somebody, and then I have a relationship, and they totally um, obliviate that image, by the way they react to me or the way that, and I say, whoa, I look at me and it's like it becomes a reflexive. It becomes, I then think about what's going on inside me, So that's one way. And it's kind of like an aha, and it's like, oh, I created an image. The other way is, and this is from studies from talking to people that I've come upon this is that like when I have have an experience, um, to not try to bring or to let to stay open, to um, not okay, so not to grasp. That's something that I'm really seeing right now, kind of in my daily interactions, is this need to grasp on, and um, it's kind of the image maker, if you want to call it that, but it's not being open. It's language kind of breaks down here. So it's not the opposite, but it's the lack of openness, maybe. Um, it it opens up all of a sudden and says, "Wow, I got something great here. Um, I need to hang on to this." So I've now created an image which I can hang on to, and it's all mine. Even like thinking about my the people that I'm involved with in my life, is it possible not to have images of them? To ask me that question forces me to look at images that I have of them. So it's hypothetical, and it forces me to look at the way I perceive things. I perceive things hypothetically a lot. They're dissolving.
I think it would take constant work because I I think that's how we're wired almost. It's just something I do to kind of, what's the word, like kind of predict how they're going to be and how they're going to react to certain things. Like maybe things I would say or an idea I would bring up. Probably more a bigger sense of security, just protecting yourself from like maybe an argument or surprising someone in a way, then like maybe disappointing them. Just knowing how not to disappoint them, I guess, or how to relate to them in a way that they would appreciate more. When you disappoint someone, or when someone disappoints you, there's a crack in your friendship that you have to walk around. And I guess what everyone wants is a more stable relationship.
Stable.
I have kind of attempted to live that way. Um, but yeah, I think that our brain does that all the time. It's constantly, the moment I met you, I'm sure there's a million things, even for no reason. Like, it could even just be your earrings. It reminds me of someone. And it's so subtle. So I feel like until you become aware of it, and even like through this engagement, you know, becoming aware of it together even kind of brings something new to light, and questioning it together. Yeah, I think, and just for me to be able to tell you like, oh, this reminds me of that, or these are the images I might have formed of you the moment I met you, or whatever. I think it kind of brings the relationship closer also. I think it's just sense of awareness, and yeah, and kind of questioning your own assumptions, I would say. Yeah, as they come up, it's definitely like a momentary thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a moment to moment kind of, okay, now what's happening. When I would have direct, relationships experiences, how guess how much more meaning it brought for me, you know, and how much more real it actually is, how much more you are grounded in reality, it seems like. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of times I'm just in my head, you know, and there's no way for you to have that connection, to build those meaningful relationships if you're constantly in your own head, thinking of other things, of, you know, just, yeah, basically not even seeing that person for that person. Yeah. But it takes a lot of awareness and attention.